Welcome back for more of this mess of an Ocarina of Time Let's Play. Sorry about how disorganized everything's been. I keep forgetting to do this mini-game over here. Keep forgetting to do this mini-game that's over here. Could have done it when we did Bomb Shoe Bowling or the Shooting Gallery. Should have done it. Forgot. Open the chest and surprise! If you find a key inside, you'll be able to advance. Left to right. Try your luck. 10 rupees to play. Do you want to try it? Sure. Use this to open the door, and then you go through. So yeah, you just guess which chest has the key, so you can advance to the bigger prize. And I actually appreciate that this game has a way to cheat it without, you know, using actual cheats like save states. Sorry, I was getting too loud there, wasn't I? That's the truth. This is the only time you can actually use it to see a chest's contents. And thankfully, it's, again, to cheat a minigame that would otherwise just be a painful amount of RNG. Just keep doing it like that. And randomizers. I think the logic generally considers this something you need the Lens of Truth for. But I do know some people have brute forced this to play it, you know, the normal way without the Lens of Truth. But I think, for all intents and purposes, the developers really intended this minigame to be played with the Lens of Truth. I think there's 2 blue rooms? And then the red room should be the last one. Nope, okay. But now the prize is a red rupee if you fail. Now you can double your money. Get a free replay. Unlike frickin' Bomb Shoe Bowling. And the main prize is a piece of gold, judging by the room. No, it's a piece of art. Okay. And then you have to walk all the way back through all the rooms again. Great! You're a real gambler. Thanks? You know, this room actually kind of... Well, more so over here. Can I go back? Highlights a nice little detail that, again, early 3D game, they could have easily skipped over this, and they didn't. Link has 2 shadows. They're probably flickering because of emulation, you know. It probably looks better on actual hardware, which is why you don't pirate. You know, I don't have... Anyway. Also, Navi counts as a light source too. So she messes with his shadow as well also. Gives him a 3rd shadow. Look at that. It rotates around as she flies around Link. They didn't have to do that, but they did. I did get the sculpture in here, right? This is the problem with me not doing it all in one sitting. I am quick to forget what I have not done yet, and what I have already done. But like, I've recorded like maybe 5 hours of it, 5 or 6 hours of this game, however long. That's a lot to rewatch every time I want to record some. So I'm just not gonna. I'm just gonna, you know, double check places instead of memorizing that I've done them. You know, it's interesting that they even bothered to put P-hats in this game at all, because they go away when you're an adult. Which is just another one of those things where it's like, you know, they say Hyrule became more dangerous when Ganondorf took over, but Hyrule Field becomes less dangerous. I think I've heard some people say that, oh, it's supposed to feel empty, it's supposed to feel lifeless, and that's what taking those monsters away does. I don't know if I agree with that decision, but, you know, I don't have to. You know, it's people still consider this game a masterpiece, whether or not it did a decision I agree with. So let's double check around Kokiri Forest for any Skulltula I may have missed. I actually closed the guide I was using last episode because this is a new recording session. So I should probably open that back up. I found this guy. Or girl, or non-binary spider person. Doesn't matter now, because now their identity is dead. Oh, I got 61. I could get that last prize before the final one if I haven't already. The pentultimate prize, is that the word? The word for second prize. Oh, look at this guy. I'm so happy he's doing flips. What are you so happy about, guy? Jumping is going out of style now. I'm crazy about doing backflips. Can you do one? Well, I would if the game would not lock on, like, not backflips for days. Actually, these are terrible backflips, because the reality of a backflip is when you jump, you're supposed to tuck, and Link's not tucking at all. He's, well, not necessarily splaying, but, you know, he's bending. It's like, that's not a real backflip, Link. I would know. My acrobats coach told me my backflip's really good. I jump real high and stuff. I believe that there are, well, I don't know about upper floors, but there's definitely ones in the lower floors that we couldn't get on our first visit. Wow, that's weird. I didn't realize this room was angled, you know, this way relative to the entrance. I never really gave that much thought. But yeah, we're gonna come over here, like through that crawl space. There was a bomb of a wall. Right over here. Gonna go ahead and bomb that Deku Scrub too. Or not Deku Scrub, Deku Baba. He didn't feel a thing apparently. Hey, wake up! Thanks for the nuts. Okay, now we can get in here. Excuse me. You get out of here. You're not who I'm here for. I'm here for this guy. Or girl. Non-binary. Something or other. I wish there was a word that was like succinct for, you know, non-binary. That was like the word guy, you know, like one syllable. Maybe there is, I don't know. Not exactly up to date on terms like that. Oh, and that was the last one. Okay, cool. I'm so lazy, I'm gonna go down instead of up. I can't be bothered to climb. Use the warp to get out. I don't know if it's safe to assume each one of these white cheddar Cheez-Its, as I keep calling them, has a Skulltula in it, but I guess can't hurt to check, as long as we don't lose our bugs. Oh, there we go. Kokiri Forest, clear of Skulltula. Now we just need to go to Lost Woods. Well, I say that like that's the last spot. No, but it's the next spot. Thanks for the 5 rupees. Oh, here's something to show off that I always thought was interesting. So, the Gossip Stones react differently to each of your items, and if you hit them with a bomb, they become a rocket. Isn't that wacky? He's still going. Oh, he's gone. Also, with the Mask of Truth, we can properly talk to them now. Talk, check it. Responding to your mask, this strange stone statue talks to you. I overheard this. They say that the small holes in the ground that you can find all over Hyrule make perfect breeding ground for bugs. But without the mask, you know, it just tells you same old, you know, pierces into your mind. If you smack it with your sword, you get the time. I always thought it was weird that they told you the time, because time's not really that, you know, the time of day isn't really that relevant in this game. Because, you know, it's either, you know, day, and you have NPCs out, or night, and you have Skulltula out. So it, you know, that the fact that it's 19 whatever he said isn't really relevant. Not as relevant as it would be in Majora's Mask. Go ahead and rebottle the bugs. I'll just sit here waiting for them to... There he is. Hanging on an edge. The last one for Lost Woods. Cool. Oh, and Lake Hylia is complete too. Oh, Gerudo Valley's a good next stop. Mostly because I can think of something to do over there. Kinda sucks that there's no shortcut there. I was thinking of taking the warp to Zora's Domain, but it never really saved me any time. I've already established you can't follow the stream. You know, you can't just swim along that stream to get there. Even though the water does lead there. I figure while I walk there, you know, these past, couple episodes have been digging at Breath of the Wild, so I want to emphasize that I don't hate that game. I'll tell you some stuff I like that some other stuff that I like that it does, you know, without getting into negatives. Like I did when I was trying to praise the horses. And it was like, but the horses actually kind of suck. But you could feed them apples! And carrots, of course. There are carrots in that game. I'm actually blanking on what I wanted to say. Ah, how stupid is that? Also not going directly towards Gerudo Valley, that would help. But yeah, I do appreciate how big the world is there. That, you know, even for having played through the game a couple of times, I still don't fully know my way around. Like, I know enough where I'm comfortable running around without a map. Like, when I first played through, I was like, oh, I feel kind of uncomfortable coming in this area that I don't have a map for yet. But, like, it's big enough to... Whoa, there goes the guy. He's zooming. I gotta all turn around, trying to catch a glimpse of him. Yeah, it's a really big world, so even for a couple of playthroughs, it's like, it's familiar, but I still don't fully know what to expect from it. Would you shut up? Man, these things are annoying. And kind of stupid. They don't really do their job that very well. Their aim's not very good. Did I get the one that's over there? I did not. Well, now I have. So what you want to do over here is you want to grab this Kuko and you want to jump into the gorge. But first I want to talk to this lady over here. You can see they actually got guards patrolling as far out as here. The carpenters had their tent set up, isn't that weird? They kind of recede into their territory instead of expand. It's a Ganondorf's takeover, which is what it was supposed to be about, according to Wind Waker. You know, getting nice land for his people. The Gerudo's fortress is located beyond this gate. A gate like you has no business there. Okay. I guess that dialogue isn't as interesting as I thought. Come here, Kuko. So it's right down... Not the Silver Rock. We can't do that as an adult, or as a kid. Where is it again? I can't look up, like, get a Kuko on your head. Well, you know what they say, sometimes you just gotta send it! Maybe I shouldn't have. Here I was hoping to be able to do this with one Kuko jump. Because you can. There's multiple things to get. And I think a lot of people end up having the Kuko run off the ledge when they go to get the first thing. So they have to come back to be able to glide to the second thing. Like, we're getting the second thing first because I couldn't figure out where the first thing was. Why did you come all the way down here? What? You were just about to ask me the same thing? Well, now that you're down here, may as well make the best of things. Yeah, it sure is a party down here with you and your cow. And a single Kuko. And probably a Skulltula in this patch of dirt. I'm actually not sure that you really need to plant this magic bean. But... Oh wait, get the bug! Because I think it's supposed to just take you over there to the waterfall. I don't know if you can see that ladder right there. You can faintly see it. Camera, would you stay still? No, I think you do need it. I was thinking like, oh, you could use the iron boots to get there. Maybe not, but I'll try. What we gotta do as an adult, either way. You know, plant it just in case. You know, I bought out all the beans possible, so as soon as it raises, we can plant all the beans that we want. I'll be back. Well, I guess I'm not gonna cut, because, you know, gotta show where this leads. Haven't shown that yet, gotta show everything. I mean, not necessarily, but I want to try to, you know, show things that are interesting or important a little bit. Just comes out right here. Like there's Kapora Gabora over there. There's Nocturok. And there's regular rock. Whoa! They say that there's a secret on the road that leads to Lake Hylia. There's a secret on a lot of the roads around here, dude. It's not very helpful. I haven't taken advantage of the Mask of Truth's ability to peer into people's minds, so let's try that. Let's try that out on this guy. Hello there, son. I'm researching the process of making medicine. You just say the same thing as when I'm an adult. But if I read your mind, very unusual construction. I don't think it's water soluble, so it won't make a good ingredient for my medicines. And you know another thing I appreciate about Breath of the Wild? How distinct it makes all the people's living spaces. You know, like, you know, you got the Gerudo town that I'm sure a lot of people love. There's the really beautiful Zora's Domain. Still not necessarily my favorite Zora's Domain, but it's pretty great. There's the Rado Nest, you could basically call it. It's funny, they even have their divine beast perch on top of it. And, you know, Death Mountain, with its gore on Mount Rushmore. The Goron are also pretty great in that game. I think they got pretty nice designs. I'm not sure what I would say my favorite Goron design is. I want to say Twilight Princess, but it's kind of just like they took the Gorons from this game and just gave them beefier arms and legs. So it's not necessarily a new design. Oh, here's the thing for you. I'm going to flip the script. Instead of complaining about a thing about Breath of the Wild that I don't know how many people actually complain about, I'm going to flip the script and I'm going to actually say nice things about something most people hate about that game. I don't mind the weapon durability. I mean, it's kind of stupid that... And this is more something I want to say to make a point. Not necessarily rag on the game. Also, I still can't find that spot I'm supposed to jump off at. Hang on. Let me look before I leave. There it is. Why was that so hard to find? Like, I think it's stupid that there were enchantments that improve the throw range of a weapon. Because when you throw a weapon at an enemy anyway, it just instantly breaks when it hits them. So it's kind of a power that only becomes meaningful at the end of the weapon's life cycle. Actually, I should be... Oh, if a Kuko touches water, it flies away. I don't know if we've seen that yet. It's currently in the process of doing that. I went the wrong way around. Still missing some. Let me check the guide that I have to pull up again. Okay, so there's still ones we need to get as an adult. That's fine. What else can we get as a kid? Well, I guess we should be looking at the guide for that. Looks like there's some in Kakariko Village we can get right now. Man, I gotta wait till I swim to shore to play a warp song. Why did I leave? That's a sun song. What are you doing? Well, okay. I guess I do want it to be night because I'm going to Kakariko Village to look for Skulltula. But yeah, with that one stipulation of, I think it makes throwing weapons that are designed or have enchantments to boost throwing power are kind of silly. I don't think... Okay, I might have gotten this one already, but I'll double check it. I don't think the weapon durability system is that bad. Especially because there are places where you can find weapons respawn. So if you look around enough, you can find a spot to find your favorite weapons. Like, I know a spot that's... Well, I don't know the spot off the top of my head. It's near one of the towers. Like the... Not quite Kakariko, not quite... Was it Hateno? Okay, I think I got that one. Sure, he's making the bean go crazy, though. Yeah, around that region that has the traveler's gear in a nearby little forested, little kind of camping spot. There's also, I think a few spots I can name that have, you know, Gyarados drops, obviously around the Gyarados region. One of which I think is pretty close to that, the tower of that region as well. And then the other is in a labyrinth. That's another thing I really liked. Those labyrinths that you can find that are just straight up mazes. I feel like they could have been better, but they were definitely exciting to find. Just like this guy. I found him, and I'm excited. Haha. It's stupid. I should do a counter for how many times I say something stupid. It's so stupid. Let's actually get that 50 reward before I forget about it. I don't think it's particularly exciting. I'm so happy. Oh, did I already get it? Curse has been broken. Thank you. Here's a reward. Okay, here it is. A Pizza Heart. Now that I think about it, there's ones on Death Mountain I could get. And since we're basically there, you know, almost at the base. I was wondering if we could use the arrows as a kid. And then it just now occurs to me, oh yeah, duh. You can't use the bow as a kid. At all. Not even the magic arrows. Just shaking my head at myself, just... Why did I think that? I should know that. Oh, I never did get that heart, that piece of heart that's up there. I don't feel like going to get that as an adult. Which is how you're supposed to do it with the magic beans. Pretty sure I pointed that out when we're doing the Vigron sword quest, so I'll just show you the easy way to get it. Also gotta... Never mind, I think that's just a chest. I'm pretty sure I would hear the Skulltula if there were one in there. So what you gotta do... I think I might have already actually explained this before. You throw that down, and it enables you to backflip off that ledge. You take some damage, but it's fine, because picking up a piece of heart heals you. So far you've collected 2! You blew something up. Probably just a couple of rocks. A couple of 100 of them. No, go back to bed, Goron. It's gonna be night again. I don't know if anyone's ever said this before, but now that I think about it, you could probably assume that these bugs were catching in bottles. Since they look so similar to Tektites, they could very well just be baby Tektites. That's kind of a crazy theory. Not to, like, pat myself on the back for my own theory. Now, I know there's one inside Death Mountain we can get right now. I don't know if you have to be a kid to get it, or if it can come back as an adult, but I'm gonna get it as a kid just to be safe. I got plenty enough bombs. You're incredible, destroying those Dodongos. You mind if I call you Big Brother? I think I already spoke to that guy, but just in case... You know, the weird thing is I could have sworn this sign right here is a regular, like, square sign, not an arrow sign. Wonder what's up with that. And we might as well check out what's in here. It's probably just, I'm gonna say purple rupee. See, I know what I'm talking about sometimes. Not all the times, but sometimes. Oh yeah, we haven't even gotten the bigger bomb bag. Ow! jump off the ledge to try to save time. Oh, also this. We made this earn turn, but we never throw anything into the opening. Because you're supposed to throw a bomb in. Throw a bomb in. Throw a bomb in! Camera's actually fighting me here. If it lands on the correct face... That's not the correct face. If it lands on the correct face... 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 No! If it lands on the correct face... There we go. Piece of heart. We could have got this one a long time ago. But I forgot about it. Meant to do it when we had the bomb bag. Because you can use bomb flowers, but it's... I think it's actually easier to use your own bombs. But, you know, I just kept forgetting, so it just never happened. Yeah, that bomb flower right over there. Now let's stop this guy up here. But we gotta do it over here. Specifically over here. Specifically over here. It's not cool with us stopping him anywhere else. Even though it's, you know, just the same. To stop him at all. Like, see, that was easy. It's pretty big. Alright. I'll give you this in praise of your courage in stopping a rolling Goron. Biggest bomb bag. You know, you ever think about how they made up for the game's lack of buttons? Like, you only have one button, ow, to be able to do your actions with. So you ever think about how... I'm gonna get myself blown up doing it. If you want to drop something, you stand still and you drop it. If you want to throw something, you press the same button while moving. It's pretty intuitive if I do say so myself. And I do because I just did. Is that how that goes? I don't know. Oh yeah, there's this weird room that I don't think actually leads to anything. That's a hookshot target, so we have to come back as an adult. Let's finally get these rocks out of the way. Or just the one. Cool, fine. I'm okay with it. Still got +6 bombs compared to what I came in here with. It's a sort of maze? Rock maze? And that doesn't go anywhere. This reminds me of a part in Minish Cap. That's a whole lot better with the automatic bomb. Oh. With the automatic bombs. Or remote bombs. I guess that's the opposite of automatic. It's doing it when you want instead of automatically. It's too bad. Well, I was gonna say, it's too bad remote bombs haven't come back. That's something Breath of the Wild did, and I'm not gonna talk about it because it's not something I particularly like. Like, I would be so much cooler with the idea if they were just stronger bombs, you know? If you could level them up more. That's all I'll say. But, you know, I do appreciate... Forgot to, you know, keep going on this train of thought. I do appreciate, just the overall weapons. You know, not just... I can't say I appreciate the durability system, but like I said, I don't hate it. And I appreciate the variety in weapons and weapon designs. Like, you know, I would not have thought that the boomerang would still be in that game, just as a weapon. Oh. And I never would have guessed that they'd have a giant boomerang, which is just the two-handed equivalent of regular boomerangs. The giant boomerang is actually one of my favorite weapons in that game to find. Though sadly, I don't think I can name a spot off the top of my head where you can find it. Like, I can't even picture it, let alone, you know, actually tell you where to be able to find one whenever you need one. Put your sword away. Okay, what else are we... So what are we looking at here? Oh, Goron City's counted as part of Death Mountain, so I'm not gonna be able to tell if I've got them all. Just looking at the map until I get the ones in Donongo's Cavern. You know, I do actually kind of miss the days where Goron varied in size. Like, it really does make them feel kind of weird and interesting. But then, you know, unfortunately, even Breath of the Wild just has... I'm pretty sure they're all just the same size. It's the same character model, just copy-pasted. No size adjustments at all. That's a little disappointing. I would like to see future games do better about that. What does that guy blow up on? There's no bomb flower there. Was he just carrying a bomb down the hill? Don't look down. Don't look down. Don't look down. Oh, hey. The ground... Oh, it's gone again. Okay. Yeah, trying to make a joke was like, no, it's not. I'm not scared because it's high up. I'm scared because the floor won't show up. And then it showed up, and I was like, what? Huh? And then, yeah. Uh-oh. Not risking my wooden shield on that. I think it's interesting that Twilight Princess has 2 designs for the wooden shield, but since you can only carry 1 wooden shield at a time, if you're just careful about your wooden shield and you get a Hylian shield as soon as you can, you're not likely to ever lose that shield. Which is good because, you know, for me, I have that sentimental value of like, oh, you know, it was crafted by someone in Ordon Village, you know, it's a unique object, I wouldn't want it to be destroyed. Unlike the other wooden shields, which are clearly just, you know, mass-produced Hylian wooden shields. That's a funny thought, because I just said, you know, I mentioned Hylian shields in, like, a couple sentences ago, so it's like, well, you know, Hylian shield, Hylian wooden shield. It's like, no one ever calls them that. They're wooden shields. But I guess you could say the difference is, you know, a wooden shield and the Ordon shield. I think it's interesting that they put a Skulltula in here at all. You have... Even though you're not supposed to come in here as a kid, because you can't get the heat protection you need, they still expect you to do that anyway and get that Skulltula. I think it's time to go to Lon Lon Ranch. Fly me to Lon Lon Ranch! Yeah! There's one up there on that window. I just think that's a weird spot for a Skulltula. Like, what if they open the window? If these windows even open at all. I was assuming they're shutters, but now I'm looking at them. Maybe not. I didn't get this one yet? I just thought of another thing I like about Breath of the Wild that's related to what I was saying about weapons. Is you can also do the same thing with the cooking resources. So, like, there are spots in the world where you can just farm fruit. Like, it feels like an obvious thing to say, but yeah, you know, there are places where where certain resources show up consistently, so you can mark those on your map and remember to come back when you need more of that stuff. Like, I've done that before when trying to attempt a 3-heart run of the game, where there's a particular, I think it's the Faron Tower. If not, it's like west of that. But there's a tower in the southern region that you can warp to and glide down a little bit from, or, you know, kind of across. I think it's not necessarily down, to get a bunch of durian. And then you can cook the durian into health increasing items. I keep looking at the guide and then picking up my controller and immediately start pressing buttons. That's not how it works. I have to minimize the guide window first. There's a hole here? With business scrubs. Bombs. Ah, I just bought the bombs. Oh well. Sticks. Nuts. No. Nuts to that deal. Have I said that already? I might have already said that already. I'm a little worried I might have come in here while it's technically day. I mean, it's not playing the music. I'm pretty sure Malon's not out. There's still a bunch of crows around that I don't think are here in the day, but I was pretty sure the guide said the south wall. No, there it is. Dude! Well, if these crows are still here as an adult, that's a good place to come to grind rupees with the light arrow. Which reminds me of a spot in Twilight Princess. There's actually a few spots where there's a bunch of crows flying around. And if you shoot them all, it just drops rupees out of the air. Oh, there's another thing to praise about Breath of the Wild. Giving you a reason to care about your rupees. Like, that's a long-standing problem with this series, is that there's just not a whole lot to do with your money. Aside from playing mini-games. And whatever purchasable collectibles may exist. You know, if ever any. You know, like Twilight Princess has the magic armor, but that's kind of like the only thing you really buy that's that important. Aside from spending your money on minigames, which... Sorry. Here's that tissue on my nose. Which, it's... I lost my train of thought. There's not a whole lot of minigames you actually pay for in that game, I think, anyway. There's, like, the Star game. Oh, yeah, I guess there is the one where you go down the river, which is a really frustrating one to do sometimes, I think, but oh well. Oh, that was all the Sculpture and Lon Ranch. I just so happen to be autopiloting myself into the right direction, because there's a secret spot hidden over here. You know, I meant to try to get my vibrate working, my rumble, so I can have the Stone of Agony helping me out a little bit. Maybe it's just right here. Yeah, there you go. And he's right up there. No, not you. Wow, you're a big one. I don't care what your back looks like. Not that guy. The other guy. Yeah, that. The token. There. And I'm gone. Okay, looks like it's time to sculpture hunt as an adult again. But I think I'm going to end it here. Maybe I'll keep saying nice things about Breath of the Wild in the next episode, if anything comes to mind. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Like, seriously, if you've sat through all this, that you haven't already decided to go watch someone else play, if this is like your first time or something, thanks. Thanks for staying. It's quite a mess, I know. Like I said at the beginning. Bye.